in Exandria, for those who are familiar with it. We will head almost as far east as east will go, to the great plains of Yggdrathad within the Jorhassian Empire. Here, the plains are named for a host of villages who once feuded with each other, the remnants of the calamity long before, only starting more recent history to get along. Eventually, they settled themselves into 7 collective villages. These villages became known to all aware of them as the many hosts of Yggdrathad. Here, these 7 villages live separately but together. Each represents a leader of sorts in a council of elders who make all impacting decisions that affect the whole of the villages. Some of you may now see that on your map, each yellow dot representing a town. In the center, just above the words, is where we begin our journey. Somewhere near the rim of your vision, you may see the stilted village, a goblin village known as Broombad. This village is currently where a council meeting is being held. Some of you were here yesterday. Some of you had witnessed as discussions had escalated between a large bugbear and a boisterous half-orc. A duel quickly escalated, even before the two could be directed to the fighting pits. It was quick. Much of the council is tense. Much excitement. Whispers have spread of the reason for this council. A plea had been received at Crenad from the small village near the edge inside the Vermalock Wildwoods, asking for aid. Cordic, the leader of Crenad, had called on the many hosts, called this council meeting to send aid to them. Others here felt that was too strong, that there was no reason, too many unknowns, like the leader of a Ruth, or that resources or the risk would be too great to send so far through the dangers of Jorhas. That they should require this village to accept aid from the Kryn dynasty, who, for all intents and purposes, rules Jorhas, or most of it. So, this second day of the meeting of the council is now beginning. You find yourselves amongst the crowd, watching, waiting, listening, for whatever your reasons, as the council meeting begins. You see as a very large, muscular bugbear with thick brown-gray hair, tufty ears, and a thick brow enters the circle once more. Whispers echo, Cordic, to any who do not already know him. At his side, a drow. She has almost black cherry skin and long white hair that falls past her shoulders. His mate, and a lady, Olios. A few more whispers are heard, but most know of her, at least, as the representative to the Kryn in Crenad. The Lady of Crenad. She has a gentle face with purple eyes like vibrant amethysts. Even in this low light, her eyes shine very brightly. With them, she pulls forwards another. His identity is obvious to most. A leaf bugbear, fur of sleek charcoal, black with a faint silvery sheen, and blending into deep black limbs. The skin underneath is a deep dusky hue, ashen gray, visibly on his palms, his nose, and ears, reminiscent of drow coloration. His eyes glow with a faint violet, reminiscent of his mother as well. His ears are elongated and slightly pointed like a drow's, giving him a mystical quality to the normal bugbear's build. Cordic nods to Lady Olios, and she smiles assuringly to their son. As he begins to speak, we meet here to answer a call and ask for aid. There is no benefit, that may be true, but we also know the harshness and the dangers of this land beyond our borders. We too were divided long ago, but united together as one. For it is because of that that we are all here again today. It is my father's right, as victor, now to declare the council's decision on this matter, but blood has been spilt. I'm offering you another solution today, that we let Igrathad decide fate for itself. We offer it to the wilds, who their champions will be in this. I ask only the aid of those gathered here with the council that are willing to aid in the asking to come step forward and do so. He looks to his mother and his father, who nod their approval, and circles to the other leaders and representatives within the circle, each and nods to them slightly. His mother reaches a hand up towards a younger drow next to whom she was standing before she entered. The representative to Brumboba, the goblin leader, Zorth, nods to the young drow woman waiting for his approval before stepping forwards to join them. As Kordik's gaze circles the crowd, a bugbear shaman from the Crenad host steps into the circle beside the blaze well. Across the circle, another drow near the host of Oshinika meets Lady Oilios's eyes and steps forwards, entering the circle. Zorth growls something to the elders around him. The goblin's growl is highlighted by that of his moorbounder companion, and 3 of the goblin seers enter the circle in answer, joining them. Kordik and the Lady Olios turn and next to the circle as they retake their place. Within, the circle now stands the Unithi monarch and another Knoll shaman, the Hill Queen, the Keeper of the Crowns, and others from Rathfall, including their Kryn representative. The crowd is completely silent as the ritual of shamans begins. The air around, still dim, grows heavy and ionized, and lights glow on the edge of fog clouds. You realize you are somewhere else, no longer with the gathered hosts, somewhere small and isolated, yet vast and filled with whispers and moving shadows. You step into a wide, serene clearing surrounded by a canopy. A kaleidoscope of fuchsia and crimson casts dappled, otherworldly light over a circle of ancient, moss-covered stones. Part of the clearing lies a central pedestal. Now radiating outward from this pedestal are 15 shrines, each distinct, yet all sharing an air of reverence and timelessness. A faint hum fills the air, resonating with the whispers of land calling you. It is as if the spirits themselves are watching and waiting. I would ask you each to roll for me initiative, please.
Row.
I'm assuming it's just initiative to introduce ourselves in some way, but we'll see.
Well, we know who's following me.
Always.
That was my only nat 20 for the night. Watch and see.
Is it nice to have a follower, Peter?
So, I do apologize, but a lot of reading to do today. So, each of you standing within on this pedestal, see around you these 15 shrines. I would like to only read a brief description once. Please listen for anything that would draw the attention of your characters. They may be focusing on one of these as they feel its pull. First, you see a tall, weathered spire, its peak crowned with floating shards of storm glass. Faint lights, like lightning, dance across its surface, as if the air around it is charged with energy. The second, a living tree grown into a perfect arch, its bark carved with depictions of leaves, animals, and seasons. A soft green light pulses gently from under its thick, sinking roots. Next, a circular stone brazier containing a flame that burns with a steady, pale blue light. The heat is gentle but constant, radiant, and resilient. The next is a smooth, reflective pool encircled by polished stones. The water ripples faintly despite the still air around it, whispering secrets to those who listen closely. The next is a sharp, angular obelisk of black stone, etched with intricate feather-like patterns. A faint hum of wind surrounds it, as if those wings are beating nearby. The next is a sturdy stone slab carved with images of mountains, shields, and protective runes. It feels immovable, as though rooted in the earth itself, yet sinking. The earth shows the wear for bearing it. The next is a crystalline pillar, its surface reflecting light into countless rainbows. The air around it looks bright and inviting, as if promising guidance. A subtle, delicate weave of silver strands stretched between two dark stone spires is the next. The next is a wooden altar adorned with carvings of grains, of fruit, of vines. Offerings of fresh produce and woven baskets are placed reverently all around it. The next, a rough-hewn stone anvil, faintly warm, glowing with embers embedded into its surface. It radiates strength and craftsmanship and an iron will to forge your own destiny. The next shrine is a flowing fountain, shaped like a tree. Its branches extend into the air while water cascades gently into a glowing basin below. The sounds of flowing water are soothing. Next, a spiraled wooden pillar, polished smooth and etched with flowering patterns. A pastel breeze swirls around it, carrying soft whispers. The next is a moss-covered statue of a frog, its three wide eyes gleaming with an otherworldly light. Tiny flowered moss and long-stemmed cattails grow at its base, giving it a serene and mystic aura. Next stands a dark stone effigy, coiled like a serpent, crested with deep-set emeralds like eyes gleaming with malice. The air here feels heavy and charged with hidden dangers. Finally, as you come to the end of the circle, you see a twisted wooden effigy, its form almost human, but unnervingly distorted, exuding a faint aura of cold unease. Faint whispers echo from unseen sources. We see there, standing now, Peter, welcome.
Hello.
If you may, describe for us who we see and just describe for us who you are and who we see. You are on a stone pedestal in the center. You are alone. Around you stands these 15 shrines.
Okay. Is there room on the pedestal for Sir?
You are alone.
Ah! Okay. You see before you a forest gnome dressed in greenish tinted leathers, and even his hair has a slight greenish tint to it, but it's mostly brown. And he stands there curiously looking around, wondering what sort of mischief he can get into.
So, Pim, as you were standing, staring at each of these shrines, one of them is calling you. Which?
They're all
Pim.
calling to me.
They're not. The rest are fading.
Well, don't go. I want to know you all. Him is a very curious gnome, and he kind of felt like all of them were calling him.
The player is in
As you
trouble.
stand on your pedestal, you watch as your gaze chases to each and every one of these shrines. The fog begins to overtake them, the blackness creeping in as you trace this circle around the clock, as if time itself is running you down.
Man,
Each
I hate
shrine
going first.
disappears.
Uh,
Disappears.
I go to the most solid one,
You
and I go to that one.
are gone. They're all gone. You panic. You step from the pedestal. There's nothing there.
Roll a
Your
new
vast,
character.
empty, black.
Well, I was gonna ask if I could act before he completely loses it.
You're not there. He's
Oh,
alone.
I'm not there at all. Okay, never mind.
No,
No.
it's black. Everything is gone, Pim. Everything is gone. Your indecision has left you abandoned and lost. Just like always, always. You know this feeling. You've tried to run from it your whole life. And just like now, it's too late.
Hello.
Let's call it
It's
a
cocked.
perception check.
Perception. Ooh. 23.
23. Just as the fear of being lost and isolated and alone takes hold, you do remember you have been here before your whole life. You've overcome it. And as you look around curiously at the emptiness before you, you see a light, and then another, and then another.
Don't go
Like
towards the light,
stars,
Peter.
but different. And as you focus on one of these lights in the distance, it becomes brighter, more focused, white, and you feel as it draws towards you, wide-eyed, bigger and bigger and bigger. And as you stare into this light, you see the endlessness of everything. And with that, our camera shifts. And our camera shifts to Panda. Who do we see? Go ahead and describe yourself.
Yes. You see a 6 foot tall man with a solid build, not incredibly strong, but toned. Uh, Wearing a fur vest with no shirt, and just some regular slacks. Uh, Around his waist is too many things hanging. There's a rope, a bear trap, some manacles, multiple small packages and like pouches, and a very weird pointy stick. Um, in his hand, he just has a flask as he's just sitting there waiting and drinking, just waiting for his moment.
Okay. And as you stand on this pedestal and see these shrines surrounding you, which one is calling you?
Gotcha. Could you repeat all the options for me really quick? Just every single one.
Nah.
No? Okay,
Don't
okay,
do
cool.
it.
That's
Don't
great.
do
No, I took notes. I took notes. I'm fine. I expected one of these options to not be there, but now it still is. So I'm gonna just roll a dice really quick. He'll pull out a coin and just flip it to make the decision for him.
Oh, I hope it's not just whatever options are left, because I definitely just focused on the one.
There's a couple of things that spoke to me. There's a couple of things that spoke to me.
So I made some money.
But apparently, I'm going to the flowing fountain shaped like a tree.
All right. So, as you approach, the gentle murmur of flowing water grows louder, blending with the rustle of leaves and the distant calls of wildlife. Nestled within a grove, a fountain shaped like a tree stands tall, its stone branches reaching skyward. Water cascades gracefully from the branches into a glowing basin below. The surface shimmers with an ethereal light that reflects the stars, even in daylight. Smooth water-carved stones encircle the fountain. The air is cool and damp, carrying a faint metallic tang of fresh water. The shrine radiates a sense of calm and interconnectedness, as though it binds the land, its inhabitants, and the rivers into one harmonious whole, until the water begins to overflow and the surface goes cloudy. What do you do?
Can I collect some of the water? I'll just try and like.
You bend forward. How are you collecting it?
Bit of a waste. I'll just kind of pour what's left of the flask on the ground really quick, take a swig for the rest, and then try and get some in. But as that starts to fill and I assume the water keeps going, I'll just hand in, sniff, take a drink.
Give me a nature check, please.
A nature check. Why would I be good at nature checks? Let's see.
You can give me an investigation check if you prefer.
Oh, honestly, that would have been the same. I rolled an overwhelming 6.
Good 6.
Overwhelming 6.
So yeah, yeah.
You are caught off guard. There's something different to this water than any you've encountered before. It's strange because you have encountered more possibilities and more states in water than most ever have opportunity to experience, but you can't place it. And as you dip your hand once more, the ripples almost begin to speak to you. Life is a fountain.
That's a Tom Cochrane song.
We're one in the water, but one again after the fall. When we lose ourselves, we find it all. Our camera then shifts. Mario, tell us, who do we see?
What we see is he a tiefling, but he doesn't look like he's not an obvious tiefling. He doesn't have horns or anything visible through his beautiful Jaime Lannister head of hair. He is where you can't really tell what he's wearing. He just seems to have this shimmering black mist that kind of swirls around him at all times, and it tricks the eyes as to what is beneath it. The only thing that you can really make out with him is, although his eyes have a glow to them, they're also completely dead and devoid of anything of interest. They just, if you looked at him, you'd go, "Oh, this guy is freaky." If you saw him in real life.
Okay. So tell us, as you stand on this pedestal surrounded by these shrines, which one do you see? Which one is calling you?
He focuses on the slab with like a motif sort of thing on it, and he would find himself like almost subconsciously just walking straight towards it, like he was almost hypnotized by it.
The sturdy stone slab carved
That's the
with
one. Yep.
images of mountains and shields.
Yes, that one.
Perfect. So, as you approach, the ground beneath your feet grows firmer, as though anchoring you in place. Before you stands a broad stone slab, its surface etched with carvings of mountains, shields, and intricate protective runes. The stone radiates a quiet, unyielding strength, as if it has stood here for countless ages, weathered all that time and nature have thrown at it. Roots wind up from the sunken earth around it to embrace the base of the slab, their grip as steadfast as the stone itself. The air is heavy and still, filled with a faint, earthy scent. It is as if this shrine is breathing slowly, grounding you in its presence. It is both pulling you in, yet strengthening your bearing.
Adam sees this, and a memory starts to come back to him, and he starts to shake. He realizes he's seen this before, and he definitely would not have remembered it had you described it to him. But seeing it in real life, he's been at this exact shrine. He has seen it. He is very sure of it, and it has shaken him to his core.
Roll me a history check, please.
That's a 14.
It's a 14. Okay. You remember it. You can see it clear as day. It's not all there yet, but the memory is there. You reach forward. Begin to look, and there are worn and weather runes along its bottom rim, barely visible through age and through the dirt. But the runes you remember are there. You read them. Strength is not in the weight you bear, but in the will to carry it. Prove your resolve. And with that, we shift our view. Tell us, Raza, who do we see?
Oh, you'll see a hobgoblin, but very distinct to most other hobgoblins. Like he's got like a short, he's got like a his hair's kind of like standing almost like on point, like brown hair. Mutton chops are not a bit, they're not out of place for a hobgoblin. Serious look on his face. Tall, not overly tall, maybe about 6 feet as well. Muscular, not overly muscular, like a sturdy build, but like more athletic, more like a swimmer's body. He seems to be at ease with the way he walks, unlike maybe other hobgoblins, so like a bit more grounded. His eyes kind of like his amber eyes kind of dart between these pillars, and for a moment he kind of hovers on the anvil, but then he is inevitably dragged back towards the fountain. Like his gaze is drawn back to the fountain, and with a light steps he approaches this fountain. Curious. Sorry, the pool, the reflective pool, not the fountain.
The smooth, reflective pool.
Smooth, reflective pool.
All right. So, as you begin to approach, the remaining shrines fade out of existence. The air cools, carrying a faint scent of fresh rain and salt. Before you lies a shallow pool of water, its surface encircled by smooth, polished stones that glimmer faintly in the light. The pool is perfectly still, save for faint ripples that seem to originate from nowhere, dancing across its surface in mesmerizing patterns. The water reflects the sky above. The surrounding altars still stand there, and even now, your own image. Yet, the reflection is not entirely clear. There are moments when it seems clouded, as though something unseen stirs beneath it. The faint sound of raindrops fill the air, soft and melodic, growing like the murmur of a distant tide, until finally you feel as if you are underwater, standing up through the surface that is the pool.
I think he doesn't feel too overwhelmed by it. It's almost like he's at ease in this kind of environment. Curious, eyes darting around, but not panicking.
Give me a perception check.
9.
From within this pool, you see the stones. They're not smooth. There's something there.
He will draw closer, examine it curiously.
Yeah, how are you examining it?
Can he like reach out towards it, or is it too far from him?
No, you can touch them, absolutely.
Yeah, I think he will try and like feel them out and kind of like get a tactile kind of
I will
experience.
take a sleight of hand or investigation, unless you by chance can speak Braille or something.
Not sure if thieves can't count as Braille, probably not. Oh wow, off to a great start. Well, it makes sense he doesn't know Braille on that one. For
What did you roll?
sleight of hand, that one.
That one for sleight of hand, okay. You
Indeed.
run your fingers across these stones hidden within the fog of the pool. They seem like simple symbols. That maybe is a flowing river. The next shaped like a wave. There's something you're missing, but you're not sure what. Our view shifts. Eliri, Galia, go ahead and tell us who we see.
You see a goblin, young looking goblin, late teens, you'd think. 4.5 foot tall, very muscular, dressed in obviously handmade leather armor that's been pieced together. Standing there looking a little bit bewildered.
Right. You have heard of this place. It's ancient, almost out of use of the seers of Ribaba. But you know where this pedestal is. Which of those shrines were you looking for? Which one calls to you?
2 of them are calling. And I'm really sorry, could you just repeat Shrine 3? Because my brain's gone completely blank. And I didn't catch the note.
Was a circular stone brazier containing a flame that burns with a steady pale blue light.
She heads to Shrine 3. The shrine, the stone slab with the mountains and the shields, she starts walking
It's
towards that one.
disappeared. Yeah, as
Oh,
you
okay.
begin to walk towards it, it fades.
And she pivots to Shrine 3.
Yes, because I believe Mario picked that one up on.
Yeah.
Mwah.
Yeah.
So, as you look at the stone, feeling part of it, something calls a radiating resilience. Your focus shifts, and you, as the air kind of grows warmer, you begin to step. Each step grows warmer. A faint scent of smoke and charred wood begins to swirl around you. Before you stands a jagged altar of blackened stone, its surface streaked with veins of molten orange that pulse like the heartbeat of the earth. At its center, an eternal flame flickers, impossibly vibrant, shifting between shades of crimson, gold, and blue. The fire seems to dance to its own rhythm, casting shadows that twist and wreath across the ground. The area hums with energy, alive with the crackling of flames and the low, steady rumble of distant embers. Heat radiates outwards, not scorching, but intense enough to make you acutely aware of its power. The flame feels alive, watching, waiting, and as you draw near, it almost seems to lean towards you, inviting your presence. Along the edge of the stone brazier, a series of intricate carvings depict scenes of creation and of destruction, of fires that forge and of fires that consume. Between the carvings, shifting with the fire's glow and the molten veins, there is something more there.
He feels that heat, and it feels very much like the rage that burns within her. And she leans in to see if she can figure out what's calling her, what's drawing the attention.
You can give me an insight check, or you can let that rage take over you. Which would you prefer?
She starts to let that rage build and then fights it down. This is not the way. This is not what she's been shown, how she's been taught. So she'll make the insight check.
Okay. As you lean against this brazier, the intensity growing, your first urge is to push back with that same intensity. The fire flares up, almost an answer. And as you calm, the flames calm, the heat radiating through, and something between the carvings begins to glow. You read, from the flame, all things begin and all things end. What will you ignite? And with that, our view shifts back to Pim.
Okay.
Pim, you are staring into this light. What do you do?
Pim scratches his forehead, and as he does it, he feels a little bump there, but thinks it's nothing, and then he strides toward the light. That sounds so bad.
As you stride towards the light, you feel a sense of renewal, of hope, as if promising a second chance to those who seek it. You feel a connection, almost a shared emotion that speaks to you. Use the light. All cycles converge. Align the threads and find clarity in the internal. You stare in this light and see as all of the eternities, endless, begin to scale out, where before the light there was a vastness of emptiness. Within the light, a vastness of unimaginable possibilities. There's something it's waiting for. What would you like to do?
How close am I to the light?
You're staring within. All sense of your body barely there. Your mind exists within this light now. All you see is scattered stars and possibilities. They burst. A new one over here you see as another fades out, another emerges. There's that renewal, that hope that keeps resonating within you.
Pim will smile and look at the stars form, the multiverses form, and that sort of thing. And in true gnome fashion, he's going to try to leap into the light out of curiosity. I'm so dead.
As you let your mind fall into this light, what are your thoughts?
So pretty. I wish Sir could see this. Oh man, this is, oh, I can't wait to, I wonder what's on that one or that one. Or wow, this is awesome. Sir!
As you find yourself floating through this vastness, that shared mind that you were feeling here without your body in that emptiness, you feel the presence of Sir. You feel the presence of this other. You see the emptiness, the light that is born, the light that grows and expands, and each that disappears, giving way for new lights to grow. There is a ever turning cycle here, a cycle of life and death and rebirth through light. Our view shifts back to Duncan.
Am I still in that same spot with the fountain, or
You're with the water. You hear the whispers. The fountain is trying to give you something, but also needing something from you.
well, based on my past, uh, when I need to make an exchange, it's most likely going to be one or two things. Uh, so I'll try both. I'm going to take what little actual money I have on me. You know what? Screw it. Uh, all 5 gold I'm going to put in But before I do that, I'm going to take a dagger out and cut my hand and just kind of get the blood on the coins and just kind of put them into the fountain after taking one last sip.
All right. Roll me a d4, please. You take
That's a 4.
4 slashing damage.
Okay.
As you soak each coin in your blood, you drop one after another into the basin of this fountain below the tree. As each hits the ground, there's a ripple. The red mixes with the cloudiness, and as the ripple cascades out, the water becomes clearer with each gold coin. With the last one, the water is clear. The water is calm. You hear the wind swirl around you, the shifting. The stone of the tree fountain is changing. And with that, we will shift back to Mario. The words you had heard or read, or however they appeared, I don't remember.
Right, that were the
Strength
runes.
is not in the weight you bear, but in the will to carry it. Prove your resolve.
Is that something he's supposed to act upon? Because he's, as I sort of said, he's feeling really frozen, almost paralyzed, with a mixture of sadness and fear, mostly.
Yeah. Adam has had a strange few days, wandering aimlessly, looking for direction, looking for someone to tell him what to do.
Well, the closest he's come is a bugbear who told him to shut up and not go far. So he has so far just shut up and not gone far.
And now this stone telling you to prove your resolve.
I guess he thinks about this, and it probably takes him a good minute of just being there, absolutely frozen, waiting, just absolutely waiting for either proper instruction to come from a certain source or for a knife to just plunge right through his back and end his suffering.
Give me an insight or a persuasion roll, please.
That's interesting. Okay, I'm going to go that. I'm not sure what I'm persuading, but let's throw that. Ooh, didn't help. 11.
As you contemplate the stone in front of you, the image, you're drawn back to the earth around it, the immensity of the stone seeping into the earth that holds it. The challenge is to lift or move the stone in some way, a task that appears very daunting, even impossible at first. However, it is a test and may not be purely about physical strength, but a burden of past struggles and the resilience required to face the future.
He's after his indecision starts to fade, it is replaced by a rage where he kind of doesn't know what he's doing for a moment. He sort of loses control, and he pulls out a dagger and just starts slashing at the vines around the bottom. And then after a moment, he gets fed up of using that, and instead just starts shooting out this black energy out of his hands, just over and over, just sending it at these vines to try and break them, to see if he can, get rid of whatever is holding this altar in place. Because now he just feels this overarching urge not to move it to prove himself, but actually to try and destroy the altar completely.
Okay. So these blasts of energy and this frustration begin to unfold. We will shift. We will shift ourselves back to Raza.
I assume he's where you left him, like still.
He is.
Water, yes. Yeah, he's can't make sense of what's happening, but he's not enjoying it. Can he like try and like read like what's there? Like he try to feel it, but could he like try and like and see what it is? I don't know if that makes
The
sense.
water is foggy, so you can't see
Nope.
through the surface. What would you like to do?
Does it look like there's a surface? Or is it just like eternal water? Does it look like, you know how like there's light above you? Like, is it like that, or is it like just fog?
Above the pool
Hmm.
is blackness and emptiness. In the reflection of the pool, you saw the stars, you saw the shrines, you saw yourself.
If he can't see anything, I think he would perhaps try and swim upwards towards the blackness, or wherever he thinks he can go back to where he was. Unless something else catches his eye in the foggy water.
Do you have a swim speed?
In his dreams, he does.
Give me an athletics check, please.
16.
16, okay. You begin to treat the air like water and swim high above the shrine. Everything is shifted. You feel the pressure begin to pulse in your mind and in your ears as you are in fact swimming deeper below the surface. And as you continue to swim further and further away, the surface begins to calm. You hold your breath and watch as you begin to float back to the surface. The words around the edge begin to clarify. In stillness, clarity. In turbulence, distortion. In calm waters, the truth shall be revealed. And with that, we shift back to Illyri.
Leary's thinking. She's going through her head, what will I ignite? What will I ignite? And on her hip, she's got 2 horns. And she lifts one out, blows a long, strong note. You'd almost think it was defiance. She cries out, vengeance. And she grabs her great axe, shoves it into the brazier, and casts searing smite through it. Try and fan those flames, fuel the flames.
Slam your axe into the fire. It almost snuffs out. And as it catches, and as you focus that rage, not letting it control you, but you control it, the fire bursts forth instead of moving towards you, almost moving at your will. Pim,
Yes.
you see as the lights begin to converge into this single focused beam, it begins to glow brighter and brighter. Symbols around begin to pulse with this light, and you watch as your mind shifts out and you see this orb descending, bathing you in the area around you with this warm golden radiance. The air fills with a melodic hum, and the voice, the cycle it represents, echoes softly. In every ending, a beginning. In every shadow, a light. Carry this truth and let it guide you. The light from the orb washes out over you, filling you with a sense of purpose. You've absorbed this light, the warmth within. It is now a part of you.
Can I reach out and grab the orb, or is this out of reach?
It's inside of you now.
Oh, the whole orb is?
Yeah, the light has disappeared inside of you. This
At least-
light is inside of you. This beacon has given you some sort of a blessing or a boon. In your dreams, you may see a distant star that draws you closer. Your skin may pulse with colored light. Others may even see it when you are engaged or excited. Like, say, if you roll in at 20. You notice lights more than you recall previously around you. A ray through clouds, a rainbow, or a puddle, or a raindrop. For additional flavoring as a player, or with confirming with the DM, you may have your eyes change color as if to match the surroundings or your mood. You may change the pitch of your voice or transfer the glow into an object for a time, or even see in the darkness at moments or in shades of color rather than grays. You, at some point, will be able to use this light to grant you that boon. Perhaps adding to your initiative roll, perhaps using it as an inspiration, perhaps gaining you advantage on intelligence checks for an hour. I will send you the information.
Thank you, because there's no way I can write that fast. And can it
Our-
form into a staff of healing?
Oh my god! I punish him immediately.
I had to do it.
Our vision shifts back to Duncan.
Alrighty. I believe the stone of the fountain was starting to change shape. Is that where we?
It was. You find yourself nestled within a grove, standing on a stone at the center of this pool where you just left your blood, left your coin. Just above the surface, a lush vermaloc tree stands tall, the tree shifting, its deep mauve branches reaching skyward. Water now cascading gracefully from beyond in its branches, glittering into the river below. Its surface shimmering with an ethereal light. It reflects the stars. As your eyes trace the stars within, you meet your own reflection, shimmering like liquid light. You have restored the heart of the river, it whispers to you. As it flows, so shall you lead, guide with clarity, and unite as the waters do. Your reflection fades into a star where your hand had been. You see a faintly glowing sigil beginning to reflect black on your actual hand. It resembles the flowing currents of the water. The mark feels warm to your touch. It pulses faintly with the rhythm of the river. This mark might surely be recognized by the many hosts of Yggdrathad, who will treat you as an ally. Unless, of course, you do something to turn a member hostile. Your mark may fade.
I'll
You
look at the
might
hand. I'm sorry.
create into the sky around you. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just kind of looking at the mark, wondering if it's permanent.
It does not seem to be. You sense you have been given some sort of a boon or a charm. It might perhaps grant you a blessing of clarity, giving you advantage on insight or persuasion checks. It might allow you to be an inspiring leader. It may grant you, or even those with you, inspiration on a roll, or even just the minimum required to succeed. I will send you the details.
I was looking to get another tattoo.
Our vision shifts to Adam. Adam, as the last bits of this root and tree disappear, the stone, the ground beneath it begins to tremble slightly. Of instability, the vibration spreads outward, reinforcing the earth around the shrine. The roots entwined with the stone begin to splinter and dissipate, the glow retreating into the ground. From the carvings on the stone slab, an earthen brilliance emerges, outlining the mountains and the shields. The stone emits a deep, resonant hum, as if the earth itself is speaking. The voice is steady and low, resonating in your bones. You have shown the strength. May your path be as steadfast as the mountains and unyielding as the earth beneath your feet. The altar cracks and splinters, leaving a gape, revealing you the way forwards. The brilliance and contrast grows as the world around you opens up. Your mind, your body become fortified. You feel more vibrant, confident in yourself.
Adam gets a moment after he when the altar cracks, he immediately comes out of his, rage, that, for want of a better word, that he was in, and he looks around and sees the world opening up and his obvious path forward, and he stands a little taller than he has in a long time, though he doesn't realize he's doing it, and he strides forward.
As you stride forward with purpose, you may find that your temperature is always comfortable despite the weather. You may even feel cool to the touch or cool to others. You might find that your will can create minor tremors on the ground or in the air when you move or speak. You might leave heavy footprints. Small objects like stones or bowls that are within your reach may slowly roll or slide closer to you until they touch. Whether it is seen as a boon or a blessing from the shrine, or something awakened within yourself, you may be able to use this confident spark to increase your endurance, maybe your maximum hit points at a time of need,
Sausages.
or give yourself advantage to maintain a concentration check.
Cool.
Or stand firm against the odds,
Oh,
enduring an effect that would
thank
knock
you.
you prone or move you against your will. I will share those and we can discuss. Our vision shifts back to Regal. Regal. As you float back up towards the surface.
I think Rago will be pondering the words that he just kind of saw. His interest is peaked. Doesn't know what's happening, but he's having a good time.
As you break the surface, the water around you begins to twist, almost this plasmoid-like tentacle of flowing, shimmering liquid stretches out, wraps around you. You hear a voice, soft yet resonant, like the ebb and flow of the tide. You have brought calm to the chaos and clarity to distortion. Take this gift and let it guide you through the storms ahead. And as it pulls away and dissolves back into a pool before you, the water, gentle, leaves behind a glowing droplet of clear water, cooling and soothing, just at the center of your forehead before fading into your skin. You feel this charm or boon. You may appear wet, as if just emerging from a cool pool or a bathtub. Or maybe you give off steam or fog, a droplet that may glaze over your eyes, reflecting a mirror image to those who look within. You might be able to unsoil or clean items or yourself with just a touch. Create enough clean water to fill a small drinking vessel. Have your skin bead droplets when they're stressed or excited. Create a smell like clean waves or a calming noise like an echo. You may find you can use this droplet as a boon or a charm, a gift of the tide, giving you advantage on a saving throw against being stunned or put to sleep or charmed. You might forgo needing to breathe, be able to remain in the water. You might create water as per a spell. We will discuss and go over later. Illyri, we return to
Hi.
you. The fires that you have spread forwards. The flames again roar to life, growing impossibly tall and bright. For a moment, it feels as though the world before you has been consumed by fire, but there's no fear, only warmth, clarity. As the fire again begins to shrink, it
This
coalesces
is the
into
kind of thing
a
I need
single
to eat. I love it.
fiery figure. Its form is humanoid but indistinct. Its body composed entirely of residual flickering flame. It bows its head in acknowledgement, a voice crackling like burning wood. It speaks. You have faced the fire and found your strength. Take this gift and let it ignite your courage in the trials ahead. It offers you a fragment of its flame. An ember, no larger than a coin, settles into your hand, warm and pulsing with power. The sprite dwindles out of sight. This ember will keep you at a comfortable temperature at all times. It may be used to light a torch, or a candle, or a campfire, heat a drink, or a food item, maybe blacken a paper, or a wooden handle. It may grow hotter or colder with your mood or patience. You will be able to call on this ember for a boon or a charm. Maybe ignite it to wreathe yourself in protective flames. Maybe used for extra damage. We will discuss and go over.
Lovely. She grabs her war horn and blows a blast of praise to her goddess and kind of like bows towards the brazier where the sprite was.
So you, as well as the rest of you, watch as the shrine fades. You are frozen in nothingness, until at last you are left. To your left and to your right, you see blurs of color, almost silhouettes of others staring forwards. Massive roots begin to branch out between you, tall, separating you, then dig and stretch through the earth like veins. You feel the roots connection to you, sharing your past, memories, or the challenges you faced. Foundations of the earth hold you as if on solid ground. At the root's origin, a thick trunk takes the shape, solid and towering, present and strengthening in your newfound purpose. It calls to you to reach your hand, and as each of you reach it and touch it, you feel a unity with. You feel it spreading, growing, and expanding. You see branches reach out in every direction, twisting and exploring many paths and possible outcomes, an uncertain future. But as you let your influences flow through your connection, as if by you combined, these branches pierce the sky with a purpose. The tree glows faintly, and the crimson leaves shimmer with strange light. It pushes back the emptiness. As burgundies and maroons spread through the world around, becoming restored. Before you, an ancient vermaloc tree deep within the wildwoods. You sense it. A voice? A thought through the rustling leaves? A distant feeling? But it speaks. Though you walk different paths, your fates are entwined in this moment. Together you will shape what is yet to come, whether you wish it or not. As one, each of you open your eyes. The tree now gone, you stand in a circle, facing each other, surrounded by the many hosts of Yggdrasil. You are all in the center of the council meeting. You once were watching from amongst the crowd.
So we're now the focus of the council meeting.
You are. Kordek meets the gaze of each of you. And as he does, it seems you have been chosen. Do what you must to prepare. I will see you to the path beyond Crenad in the morning. He turns to leave as his son bows. And much of the crowd cheers. His mate offering you each a gesture of thanks before they turn and follow. As the
Because I ate salad a little while ago.
Disappear. Is there anything else that you all would like to do?
Pim will turn and look around and then see the rest of the party gathered in the center area there, and he will enthusiastically approach them and say, "Hi, I'm Pim. I don't really fully understand what just happened, but I think we're supposed to be together. So I guess that makes us friends."
You hear more than see a smile, Pim, as beyond you, Muro, a massive hill giant, kind of nods to you, and before you answer, the rest of you see as the giants turn and begin to walk away with approval. Go ahead, Raza.
I think Regal would have been gazing towards the council until Pim came over to introduce himself. And then, without changing his expression, like fully like stoic kind of expression, he would stride towards him and just tower over him, just look down, and then kneel down, face to face. And then he hold out his hand, and this big smile appears because, "Nice to meet you, Pim. I'm Regal."
Oh, I'm Pim. Thank goodness. I thought your face was going to be stuck in that mean expression.
It's just
He keeps shaking your
just
hand.
between us. Yeah, he keeps shaking. Just between us. It's meant to convey an air of mystery.
Oh, that's great! Wow, you're truly amazing. I like your shade. I mean, you're red. And look at that hair and those earrings. That's just, oh my goodness, that is so completely. Oh, wait, there's others here. Hi,
Yes,
I'm
Okay.
Tim.
he stops. He takes the opportunity to pull away his hand. Yeah, he'll stand
Illyri,
up and like do a bow to each other. Yeah, go ahead, Larry.
yeah. So Illyri watching Ragal walk over and initially looking kind of threatening, sort of starts bristling a little bit, and then sees the Neil and like, okay, and sort of wanders over and is like, hi, 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 I'm Illyri.
Hi, Larry. I'm Pim. It is
Hi.
so great to meet you. I feel like we've been best friends forever.
I've never
Regardless,
had
your
friends
service.
before.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
She, sorry.
I've never
She
had a
said she's
friend
never had
before.
friends before.
Well, yes, you have, just 1 minute ago when we were introduced. Yes, awesome, great. Yeah. Oh, who are these other people? Oh, they look so cool. Let's go introduce ourselves.
Okay.
And he'll. Are you coming, Ragal? Come on. Did I say that right? I really don't want to offend you by mispronouncing your name.
He will lean over you again, and he'll be like, "You said it fine."
You know, if you
After
keep
you.
bending over like that, you're gonna hurt your back.
He will just chuckle, just urge you forward.
Who do I go up to next?
God.
Take your chance.
Um,
While this is all happening, I'm just going to look over at Mario's character, just going to take a couple of steps closer. Are we working with children? Because he'll just take a drink.
Adam just shrugs.
perception. 14 plus 6. So 20, dirty 20 perception. I overheard that. Do you think we're working with children? Oh, I hope so. Children are so great. I can't wait to meet them.
Adorable. He whispers that. He actually says adorable.
I'm going to hate this.
Oh, great.
not.
I'm trying
I'm
not
not.
to get killed here.
My character's gonna hate it.
He might
but
be
I'm
going the
not.
wrong way.
Just offer Adam a drink. So I'm just going to shake my head.
Adam doesn't look at what the drink is. He just drinks it immediately.
Good man.
It was his urine sample.
That's a different one.
Illyri hears about the working with children and like kind of, was it almost like the sarcasm to it, and visibly is like crestfallen and like a very much a oh shit.
Got our hopes up.
I think Regal takes it in stride and just takes a nod at the two that are drinking in the corner and goes, "Regal, at your service." And, children are not so bad. They lighten up the place. And he looks towards both of you and smiles, an encouraging smile.
Him shakes, nods his head, then strongly. I can't think of the word.
Also,
Veheminously.
what are we doing? I mean, I came to assist, but this was too easy. He looks around. The council members that are leaving.
Yeah, where
As
are they
you
going?
Look, you watch as Velin kind of approaches you, Illyri. She does a slight bow, the kind where you like cross your legs, hood pulled up over her face, kind of looks to you. I thank you, and we are assured that you're in capable hands. She kind of nods to each of you in turn.
Illyri returns the bow and is like, and says, I won't let you down. I won't let you down. I won't let them down.
She smiles. You may seek me out at the Stack Tankard if there's anything you need before you leave. And she'll begin to drift away.
I don't think the actual task has happened. We're doing
Adam,
something tomorrow.
Adam's going to speak for the first time and just say that what are we supposed to do? We need instruction.
We rest. I
You
think.
notice Adam as a familiar little gnome to you is kind of standing at your shoulder as you say this, with a giant grin on his face. You probably know him as Rennie. Um, be sure to ask him for his human name, or share his human name if you introduce him. Reeves might be there for 10 minutes. But he kind of smiles up towards you. You're coming to the woods. You're going to help me in my village?
Yes, yes.
Is that where the children are?
Regardless, pats you on the head.
He kind of looks at you curiously, Pim. We haven't had children there in a very long time.
Oh, well, you know what you need? You need a good flute, because I heard this story once of where this piper on a flute lured children into a place. And if I'll tell you what, I have some carving skills. I'll make you a flute and I'll bring it to you when I can.
Oh,
Then you
no,
can get
no,
more
no.
children.
We're going to the Vermalock
The what?
woods. The Vermalock woods. I think you're thinking of the Lotus Stone woods. Those are the scary cursed ones.
Wait, are we
Wait,
kidnapping children?
my woods are cursed? Or...
That's what he's telling you.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I didn't get your name. Are you drunk?
Often.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm Pim. Should I just call you Drunkard?
Duncan, and he'll just reach down and give you a hand.
Hi, Duncan, and he'll start shaking nonstop. And
After
he'll,
about the fifth, I'll
as he
just kind of
shakes,
try to rip it off.
and then he hurries over to Mario's character. Hi, I'm Pim. You're yellow.
Adam has seen the way he just grabbed the hand and didn't let go, and he just keeps his hands firmly behind his back.
Everyone's
Pim will walk around behind him and try to grab his hand.
Adam will keep his face to his body face towards him.
Ooh. If I run around you, will you get dizzy and fall down? And he starts running around you.
And he just says, Adam just says, don't.
Ooh.
We're all just gonna slowly reach over and grab him and pull them away. I don't think he is enthusiastic in your acquaintance.
Pim is now very
Your
dizzy.
time. He's like steadies him.
Adam will then just say, we go.
Venture awaits. Shall we?
Venture. Ooh,
you
somebody hold me
begin-
steady.
As you
This
begin
is so
to
exciting.
You got an energetic bunch here.
That's okay. I don't want to interrupt. I thought you said you were going, so I was going to jump in. But if you're still going, keep on going.
No, that
All right. So as you all begin to turn to leave, Duncan, you find Calvin is there, awaiting for your exit. He looks at the mark on your hand. It appears as though you've found your next path. Be sure there's always a room, a bed, and a drink waiting for you in Wrathfall if our time together is at its end.
I'll definitely keep it in mind, and I'll kind of look back at the group and then back to him. I am definitely going to need the drink if nothing else. Do you have any idea how long this will take?
how long it will take.
Or any idea what exactly the issue there is? All I know is Vermlocks in a tree, maybe.
So the Vermalock Wildwood is a massive forest. The forest itself is a number of days away. The many hosts of Yggdrathad. Specifically, you are at point number 2, the village of Broombaba, the mostly goblin village, central arc of Broombaba. Kordak has stated that he will take you up here in the morning, in which case you are on your own. From there, Rennie will be taking you to his home somewhere in the Vermalock Wildwoods. As you chat with Rennie, you hear about his small yet ancient village hidden just within the edges of the Vermalock Wildwoods, where the Steep Feed River flows. Not too far from his village is an ancient tree. Not just any tree, but a tree important. Tree has been getting sick. Its trunk fossilizing, the water near it cloudy, the leaves falling. He's seen it in dreams, and he left seeking aid. It will take you a number of days to travel.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to rely on this group then, especially since I don't have any money.
Oh, you need money, Duncan? I'll tell you what, if you let me ride piggyback on your back, then I will give you 2 gold.
He thinks far too hard about that. For the night, sure. And he'll just kind of grab you by the scruff.
Yes! Add 2 gold and I'll take away 2 gold.
Beautiful. Coins the way to my heart.
So, yeah, as you make your way back to Broombaba, Rennie can fill you in because, hey, I found my notes now. So he arrived at Crand about 5 days ago, to which he had filled in Cordic about what was going on. They called the meeting of the council, and everybody made way to Broombaba, where they held their first meeting yesterday. For those who were not aware, during discussions, the leader of Ruth, the orc village to the south, challenged the bugbear leader, Kordak of Karan. And as he turned, the orc leader attempted to stab him from behind in the back, to which Kordak responded, turning and slaying him with his staff. The council was halted and recalled this morning. Rennie had about a 2-day walk from the river before he found the bugbears. It only took him about 2 days. He was able to bring a boat from his village to the bridge. Unfortunately, you guys will have to walk. It'll probably take you longer.
In my defense, I don't have to walk. I paid 2 gold for a ride.
Okay.
For
It will
the
take
night.
Well, you can also
It's always
collect
nice somewhere.
you can also collect your dog from the kennels before you leave.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll ride him. You see my dog. It's a big Saint Bernard named Sir, a mastiff, basically. And he's really big, and he's got a saddle on his back, and I climb in the saddle, and I'm riding along.
So the first proper introduction of the game for me comes at this point as I get down and offer a hand to Sir Duncan Treebane. Nice to meet you, sir.
Sir licks your hand with a slobbery tongue.
Give him a little ruffle. Okay, we'll teach you how to shake.
Yeah, Regal gives him a pat too. He's Regal at your service, sir. He does a little salute.
He bites you. No, I'm kidding.
And then we're introduced to the
They make
racist
me
dog.
stab dogs.
You take 12 piercing.
Legit, if the dog did bite him, Adam would absolutely just immediately like try and kill the dog.
Wait, why doesn't Adam get an attitude adjustment?
Adam didn't say anything. I'm just telling you what Adam would do if the dog had really bitten.
Regal told me to say that, by the way. Regal. Regal. Oh, I misspelled his name. Okay, turning to the Raza character sheet now. The proper spelling is there.
So yeah, since you had met the dog apparently before you head out of town the next morning, was there anything anybody wanted to do or needed to accomplish in Brunbaba?
I'd like to seek out Solara at the tankard. It was Solara that invited me, wasn't it? Or said to come and talk to her.
No.
No.
That was...
Sorry.
That's okay.
Bad notes.
Opening the wrong screen. This one. So it is. There it is. So who had stepped forward at the end of the council meeting was Eveline Tessalara. So yes, you were right. I just don't know my own last names. And she said that you could find her at the stacked tankard if you needed anything before you headed out.
So yeah, I'd like to go and get advice from her.
Yeah, are you going with anyone? You're doing this before you meet up with everybody? What is your plan?
I will tell the group, like, hey, I'm gonna go and seek out Solara. She said that she might have like information and stuff. Does anybody want to come?
I would love to.
Do they allow dogs?
Yeah.
Then I'll go too. Come on, sir. Giddy up.
Unfortunately, Peter, the Goblin Village is on stilts. You can't take your dog into a high-up village. All of the animals are stabled below the houses and the bridges.
They need a good carpenter to install ramps there. That's not fair. I'll wait with Sir, and he'll look all crestfallen because he's missing out on something fun. He just knows it.
Sir will be well looked after. Honest,
No.
that they'll look after him.
I've been neglecting him today. I guess I'll feed him.
Come on.
No, that's okay. I will stay with Sir. It is an owner's duty. Oh, speaking of duty, I gotta clean some up. I'll see you later.
Okay.
I feel like his character wasn't the one who had the ability to clean himself, or is he talking about the dog's efforts?
Yeah. I feel like Regal's going to have to help him with that at some point.
I'm not Cole.
Yeah.
More and more like it.
No, not stay with the dog poop and go to the tavern. That sounds like the better choice.
I can blame it on
Yeah,
the
the guy
dog.
that drinks. Happen or dog poop.
Right. So those of you that do head off to the tavern, you enter the stacked tankard, a tavern and inn for supporting visitors. Some of you may even be staying here. It is owned and operated by the brothers Gick, Wib, Zoc, and Bib, who inherited it from their uncle and renamed it. They spend their time serving together, usually stacked on top of each other's shoulders. As you enter, you see three drow women at the table. So, in addition to the one you seek, you see Lady Oleos, and for those who have met her before, V from Ruth, who has a passive perception over 15.
No chance.
That'll be me.
So, as you enter,
You hear from down below.
nope, they hear nothing from below. You didn't want to come, stay out of it.
Bad Peter.
Alrighty.
So as you enter, and Aliri spots them, you begin to head your way over. Duncan, it was Duncan, right?
Yes.
Yes. You hear as they speak. Can't read my own writing. V, it seems to speak. You hear her say, "It is inconvenient. He was important to Roshana. Can you not control that husband of yours?" In answer, "It is their way. We cannot interfere, or we will lose the progress we have made. I have made. You do not have to agree, but you must honor their customs, or we will lose them." And the lady you seek, as you all approach, you all hear, "She is right." And then their attention's turned towards you all, and they rise to greet you.
I do the same semi-formal bow.
Here, come, have a seat. Boys, we'll move to the larger table in the back. If you can, food and drinks for everybody, please. In unison, they kind of all nod. Do you like a big as one? You see as they kind of all scurry out. On the guy on the bottom, kind of running a mop as he's carrying them. The rest scooping up glasses and dishes as they head into the kitchen. They take you to where there's like this big, not so much a table, but probably a bunch of tables with just wooden beams kind of on top of them. A bunch of seats. Small, but padded.
Regal would introduce himself as well to them. Regal, he was surfacing just like a little tip of his head, and he would draw their seats. So they sit down. Please.
Oh, are we doing introductions again? Duncan. And just kind of like half wave and sit down, and if the drink's not there, he'll just kind of grab one from nearby.
Adam has gone with them, but stayed as far away as he can while still sort of paying attention. So he's probably a good like 10, 12 feet. If there's somewhere he can sort of be in a corner.
He's a creeper.
As you introduce yourself, Duncan, the Lynn will notice the mark on your hand. She'll kind of lift her head. Her hair falls out from under the hood as she studies your eyes for a moment. You have been marked to lead this journey. Some will know their role, others will need direction. And her eyes kind of glance towards Adam.
Yeah, that's what the tree said. There'll be a lot of looking over people as I kind of look at the goblin, then over at Adam, and then at the door, just imagining a tiny man cleaning up dog poop outside.
Valeri again bows and says, "Mistress Solara, do you have any information? Any advice?"
Not for us to give. We respect the old ways of the Grithad, and through our divination, you all were chosen. You will find your path, if you don't know it yet, but it is for you to discover what taints the wildwoods and maybe discover yourselves.
Would any of you have a map, bare minimum? If not, I could figure it out, but be nice.
Would be nice to have a heading. I agree.
Can give you a map of the dynasty. Unfortunately, we haven't mapped up much of the Vernalock Wildwood aside from our own mines and lumber camps.
Just anything to give us a head start.
Um, Lady Elios kind of smiles. I will make sure we have one for you in the morning, as we said it.
Anyone else think of anything? I'll just kind of look around the table.
Mistress, is there any supplies that you can help us with?
The council is happy to provide whatever you may need, or thank you for your service after. Perhaps a little both. What is it that you find yourself short of, dear?
Well, it's really dangerous out there, and I'm concerned that we may not survive, essentially. Like, is there any healing kits or anything available?
It can be very dangerous. Rennie will guide you north of the river. At least then you avoid the marauders of the moorlands. Don't venture too far into the wasteland. Proceed with caution. If you see anything out of your capabilities, then perhaps run or hide. Even those that live within the wastelands patrol within the forest and patrol within the moorlands find themselves in danger. We rebuild the chaos and the damage and the destruction that was done here long ago, but it takes time. Absolutely, we can provide you with a healing kit.
I mean, if trees can talk, I'm sure they can be very dangerous too.
Not the
Adam,
trees themselves that are in danger, I don't believe, but those that lurk within. Now, the trees may guide you, or the trees may lose you. So that, too, will be a caution. But again, Rennie can guide you.
Adam looks over towards whoever it was that just said his name.
do you need anything for the trip?
Adam shakes his head.
You have all your tools that you would normally use to do your job?
He nods. Just one single nod.
You got a favorite food?
Adam thinks about that, but just sort of stares at you without answering. You don't know he thought about it though.
Okay. I'll look over to the waiter or waitress. Can someone give him a drink? I don't know why he's so far away. That's gonna...
So after a bit of time, the four stacked brothers do come back through the doors. Within their arms, they have trays. The trays contain eggs boiled to all matter of doneness. Breads like a roti or a naan. Porridges. In front of each of you, they'll drop tankards of some liquid that almost burns your nostrils, some sort of earthy spirit, and jugs of water. And he kind of nods to you, Duncan, and they tower themselves over and drop the same drinks in front of Adam. Um, hopefully, none of you actually are kids.
Adam sees stuff put in front of him. Does that mean he's near a table because he was away from their table?
We'll assume that there's like a bar lip around the edge of the room.
Okay.
To you, it
Well,
would be probably closer to your hip. It's more goblin sized.
that is fine, and he's just going to lean over and start consuming whatever is in front of him, kind of voraciously.
Yeah, the sprites will probably knock him on his rump, unless he's an alcoholic if he starts chugging them. But enjoy.
He still tries to look around the room and pay attention to what's going on, but he's probably not doing very well at that. He's really focused on just getting that food inside as fast as possible.
Around the tavern, there's a handful of goblins and others that are looking around, chatting, eating porridge, drinking, watching a lot of you chosen with whispers.
I think Rogar will obviously take a drink, have some food, but he'll set some aside. Like you said, there was wraps and stuff. I think he'll set some of this aside for Pim and Sir.
All right.
And then you said that the three goblins are stacked. Are they like? Am I getting
Yeah,
an
on your
imagery
roll
of
20,
goblins in a
you
trench coat?
should no trench coat. On your roll 20, you should be able to see them, kind of off to the edge of the circle.
Oh yeah, next to the three dragonmen.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
3 kobolds in a
he'll-
trench coat.
Let's do that one day. I think Rogar will approach them if they're like not get in their way, but in the passing, and he'll be like, "That is impressive." If he looks them up and down. Have you always done that?
As often as we can. It's much more efficient. Take up less space, more space for customers.
He goes, impressive. I thought I was acrobatically inclined, but nice. Gives him a bit of a nod of respect, and I think he'll go back to the others to see how they are.
You watch as they like start passing the cups down. The goblin on the bottom kind of holds his hands out as like a footstep. You're welcome to try.
I wouldn't say no. He doesn't hesitate. All right.
An athletics or acrobatics check as you attempt to climb up.
That is going to be an 11. It's rolling like
11.
fives. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a struggle as you're trying to get up. It's harder than you thought it would be. Maybe it's the height of the hands. Maybe it's the smallness of limbs. As you get to the top, you find the ceiling is closer than you realized. You're not really sure how to kind of get over, but sure enough, you manage to awkwardly get your legs over top of Gick's shoulders. His ears kind of out past your knees as they all kind of turn to look up to you with a grin.
And he's just trying to get his balance, and he goes, "Onwards!" And I think he will use his Fey gift as a bonus action to increase their speed. His passage, increase their speed by 10 as he edges them around the bar.
All right. So with the extra weight and speed, they begin like lifting the trays and the cups back up, passing them up. You're kind of able to reach some of the taller people without waiting. As soon as your hands are like filled, you begin to zoom back and forth throughout the stacked tankard again as they use your boost of speed, extra hands to continue to serve the guests.
If we pass by where everyone else is. Can we get you anything? He's just there. You just see him on top of these goblins, like serving other people.
Can I have some water, please?
Absolutely. One water coming up. It's like,
They disappear
go.
into the kitchen, in what would be a tiny, tiny kitchen, just due to the height advantage they have. Everything's kind of in order. Wooden bowls, wooden cups just get kind of tossed almost out like a laundry chute and disappear. They pull new ones off the shelf. As they do, passing things down, passing things up. Give me another acrobatics check.
Here we go. Magical tragic. Come on. That's not bad. Oh, that is going to be a 19.
Yeah, it's getting easier. Surprisingly enough, you're not sure how you'd feel being on the bottom, but at the top, you've got your balance. It's a pretty entertaining night.
Yeah, I think he'll just keep doing that. I think as the night goes, he's just getting more and more into it. And I think that's what he'll do until we leave.
And then he starts looking for a trench coat.
And then he starts looking for the kobold in the trench coat.
Larry eats, drinks the water, and is highly entertained. She's used to seeing the goblins, but seeing Ragal as well, she's just highly amused.
It's not often you see a hobgoblin do that.
No. You are so cool. That's amazing.
Wait, thank you. He leans over to like give you a pat as they vroom, vroom, run by.
Just a shame we don't have like a prankster in the party who could go over and try and knock out one of the bottom goblins and send the whole thing tumbling.
Like bowling, like a house cards.
The noise would be impressive.
It'd be more impressive if we all like stick the landing.
I mean, someone would have to throw you coins if you did that.
Might go on tour, you know.
The new circus.
The
act.
Amazing Regal. What was it? Ben Grin, what was their name over there? He's eating. I chose the wrong time to ask
They
the
are
question.
Gik, Wib, Zuck, and Bib. From top to
I got it
bottom.
wrong. All right.
I like it as top to bottom. Right?
Yeah, I would say hopefully they never switch order so you don't have to memorize it. You just go down the list.
I'm not going to memorize
I
that.
get the feeling that they don't. They've all got their place.
We leave in the morning, right?
Yes.
Alright. In that case, should we be useful? You'll look around the table. Do any of you have any skills you think the others should be aware of during this trip so we don't all die horribly? Other than the acrobatic one, as I'll point to.
Yeah, like he does a little as he goes past the goblins.
That one's obvious.
I'm good with this. Great big great axe.
Okay. All right.
When you hold up the axe, could Adam roll like a deception check so no one knows that he's the one who's done this? He wants to put a cracked skull appear on the side of the axe, like the image of a cracked skull.
Sorry, so you're trying to create an
trying-
image without
Trying to
anybody
freak
seeing it?
her out. Yeah, without anybody seeing that he's the one who's created it. He's putting it onto the side of the axe, just to try and freak people out.
Okay. Is this a
This
is
is
a spell
minor.
that you're using? Minor illusion. Is it verbal or?
It's a good question. It's been nothing recent. It is no somatic.
Okay. So it would be a sleight of hand to see if you can do it without being detected.
They're always 6.
You rolled a 6.
Yes.
Okay. So it would depend on if anybody's looking your way. If they're all looking at the axe as she draws it out, then you're probably safe.
6. Okay.
I mean, as you pull out your axe, you see just what looks like I want to say like a skull that's It's got blood dripping out of the eyes, as if it's still bleeding somehow. It's not moving. It's just a stationary image, but that's there on the side of your axe.
Wow. Throws it. Yeah, that's gonna freak her out.
Does it hit the goblin stack?
That's what I need to know.
Yeah, I was like,
That's
which
what I
direction
need
do
to
you
know.
throw it?
I don't know. Where is
I think
everybody?
we were all waiting for that to happen. Something to be thrown at them.
Where am I? So you're kind of behind. If that's a, I don't know.
And maybe throw it behind you when it hits Adam. I don't know. Maybe you should roll a dice.
Yeah, you could roll it to see which way it goes.
She arches
would-
back too far and whacks him in the head.
What do you want me to roll?
Up to
Roll
you.
D100.
D100.
Okay. Unfortunately, it's under 50. So as you throw your axe, everybody's kind of stares up at it. You look, catch sight of this skull, and kind of unthinkingly just hurl the axe forward, unknowingly in Adam's direction. The haft kind of bounces off the floor as it skids. The skull, bleeding eyes, still staring down at you as there's a heavy crash kind of into the floor and then the wall near where Adam's standing.
I picture it flipping in slow motion with the face, the skull opening its mouth wide.
Well, the skull didn't move. It's still up there.
I know.
Is it not?
Yeah. Yeah. Technically, the axe moves. The skull's just stationary in the air, and then Adam.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, because it
Yeah,
can't
because he
move.
placed
So,
it there. Yeah.
Ah,
so Adam realizes
freak-
like it would take a half second of the skull remaining, and he quickly dropped concentration because he realized that didn't quite go exactly how.
That's fine.
Well, it went how he wanted, but the end result wasn't how he expected, especially with it thrown towards him. So he doesn't want anyone to suspect him.
oh
And then
see,
he's
so
sta-
Mario's playing the troublemaker.
So he stares at the axe, and he just reaches down, picks it up, brings it over, places it in front of you, and then goes back to his spot.
Okay. So someone's a magic user, and we'll keep that in mind. Hmm. Not sure what Tim can do. I guess it's my turn, I guess. What would be fun? He just kind of scratches his beard.
Cleaning up dog poo. It's lots of fun.
Yeah, I'm sure. Lots of fun. That's your specialty for the trip, cleaning up the poop. Okay.
He's on latrine duty.
That makes sense.
He's used to it.
More than you know.
Oh god.
Wow.
All right. Well, you know what? There's something that I guess could be useful. I'm going to stretch really quick. Go behind the stack of goblins and hobgoblins. And I'm just going to turn into an ape and then climb up and just be on top.
It's turned into a sex act.
Yeah.
Wait,
And Larry's suddenly like, what?
Better give me an athletics or an acrobatics
Sure.
check for your
I
ape.
think I know who the druid is.
What? Let's see.
If you are helping him, I'll take an athletics check from you at Regal.
Oh yeah, good man. Athletics, you said.
Mm-hmm.
He tries to help you, but I'm not sure whether it's because he's already kind of like got a few people like on the stack, or the fact you get him by surprise and he's like smiling and taken aback that you're turning into an ape. With a nat 1, I don't think I'm much help to you.
It's okay. I also got a nat 1. So, drunken monkey, not a good plan as I kind
You-
of tumble.
Go to climb, Duncan, without even asking for permission. You just start to go up. The rest of you watch as, starting at the top, as Regal kind of reaches in shock to help this ape climb up. they each buckle one by one, and as they begin to like roll and tumble, all that weight and compaction just gives, and they almost like pop, each of them tumbling in a different direction. Plates and bowls and cups and bodies just fizzle everywhere. Some on top of tables, some into walls, some at your feet. There's a bit of a mass panic as everybody within this tavern start to scatter.
Honestly, I thought it wasn't the axe. I was like, oh, phew. And then,
Yeah. Here's the sad part is I have
Does
what
a
is he saying?
anybody look hurt?
Yeah, there's a handful of people that look a little more than annoyed, not seriously hurt, but there's some damages, some hurt pride, some spilled food and drinks, and a big mess. But definitely some people a little bit bloodied and bruised.
Oh,
Uh, sorry. Could, could I know it was a catastrophic failure in performance, but could Regal, as he fell, had tried to cushion the blow for one of the goblins underneath him?
Not with your nat one, you can't.
I tried. I crushed him. He's dead.
I was gonna say I have a climb speed. I feel like it should have been okay.
In that case, he would just be helping them up once he picks himself up.
You might have been
So-
okay, but the hobgoblin and the goblins were not.
What, are they
Larry
dead? Because
Larry
if
will go.
anyone when knocked unconscious, they need help.
No,
Sorry.
nobody's dead.
Larry will go around and I don't know how many points, but just use a couple of points from lay on hands. Just anybody who's really badly wounded will just tend to them. I don't know how many points.
That's who the paladin is.
Go around to help people. Duncan, you probably overhear as Valine speaks to one of the goblins that was also a guest here, as well as Lady Oleos. Better make it 2 healing kits. They might need them.
I give her a hairy thumbs up.
I think possibly we should all go get some rest now. It's getting kind of late.
Yeah, I think he's got like a crick in his neck from the fall. Just helping one of the goblins stand up. It's like, I think that's a great idea. He goes, are you all gonna be okay? He's looking at the goblins that you probably healed to some degree. Do you need help being stacked again? Like he's
Carefully place them in order.
just like put them back like a Jenga tower. Like
Yeah, there's like a wounded pride, but once the rest of you have made sure that all the patrons are okay, they hop back up on each other kind of without any issue.
yeah, he helps them. He gives them a leg up and
It's like
gets
a-
them stacked up. Helps. So.
Wounded pride, but a friendly smile as they continue their work. Instead of helping carry anything, Zoc is the one kind of gathering and handing things up, lifting tables back in place and shifting things around. A number of the patrons as well. But nobody seems worse for wear. Possibly the first time, at least, that anyone has seen it, but maybe ever, that these goblins have been unstacked.
And then we existed.
Does the bottom one like walk around carrying the others?
Always. They were born stacked, and then we came along.
It might well have been.
Oh yeah, Regal will make sure they're okay, and then he'll take his leave with everyone else. He'll go look for Pim, actually.
Should Pim say do anything now?
Yeah, the food you saved him probably. The food you left him probably and set aside for him probably ended up on the floor at some point. So you can take that to him, or you can get new food.
I'll get new food.
What would you be doing? Well, all of your acquaintances were in the village, and you were down in the stable.
Oh, I snuck off to a shop and I bought a wooden flute, and then I went back and I scratched out with my carving knife the word made by such and such. I crossed out the such and such and I carved my name, Tim.
Right, movies.
So you didn't want to go with the group and leave your dog alone, and then you left your dog alone anyway?
Yes,
No, the dog went with me.
The dog can't go with you. We already discussed this.
The dog can go other places.
The village is not accessible for a dog.
I didn't get it in the village.
Where did you get it then?
I don't know. They
A
were
tra-
up there.
a tra-
They're spending the night there.
A traveling
Lord.
food merchant happened to go
Yes,
nearby.
a traveling flute
Flute
merchant
merchant.
just happened to walk by, okay?
Unless you're sleeping in the stables with your dog, you're sleeping up in the village too.
I'm sleeping with my dog.
Okay.
I got a bedroll.
Okay. It's not my fault you didn't want to go to the village.
I wanted to go to the village, just I can't leave, sir. Because he's my bestest friend.
So no flute for you.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
denied.
I'll look for a hollow wooden tube outside, a bamboo or something,
Okay.
and I'll start carving a real one.
Perfect. Are you proficient with flutes?
I'm proficient with wood tools,
Okay. Are you proficient with flutes?
I think. Wood carver tools. An herbalism.
Okay.
No, I'm not
What about-
proficient with. I'm not saying that it's going to work well. I'm just saying it's going to look well.
I would say he can make the flute, he just can't play the flute.
Right.
Yeah, you can have a flute, you just can't use it.
It's probably not so much a flute as a stick that's carved like a flute.
With a hole through the middle. And that's
Are
all
you
a
sure
flute
about
is.
that?
Just one hole.
I got the wood
There's no
carving
hole,
tools.
that's
I
it.
drill.
It's
Oh,
basically it's a small didgeridoo.
Yeah. That's what you do. Just blowing a
bunch of dogs howl.
No dogs here, just yours. A few mules.
Gosh,
and
you're
a
just mean to me.
Whole bunch of hungry moorbounders.
Oh, goodness. Do they respond to a dog whistle? Because I'm thinking my homemade flute might be more like a dog whistle. Hope it's not a moorbounder whistle.
Everywhere he
give
goes,
me-
women are just slapping him for being a sexist pig for dog whistling everywhere.
Give me
Absolutely.
Give me a skills check with your woodcarver's tools, Peter.
16 plus my proficiency is 2, so 18.
Okay. Sure, I'll allow it. You can add a dog whistle to your inventory.
I wanted to add a flute.
The most generous of DMs. I love it.
I know. You're lucky you even got anything.
And now Peter has to go out and get a whistle, and every time he says he uses it, he has to really be annoying by using a real one.
No,
No,
only
it's
the
a-
dog can hear it.
Oh,
Yeah. And he thinks he got me, but now I have a way to summon Sir whenever I want.
Not trying to get you. You said that it was probably more of a dog whistle. I gave you a dog whistle.
That's true.
What is this? Dipping on the DM. I gave you what you asked for.
Dipping on the DM. Is that? Never mind.
It's a Canadian thing.
Nope.
I was
just
going to say that, but I didn't
Belvadere-ism.
want to sound bigoted.
Nope. Just
You're
a
American. You're
Belvadere-ism.
supposed to be.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh, shots
Oh,
are
oh,
fired.
no, too much. Sorry.
Handbags at dawn.
Picking on Peter is one of my most fun things to do of the day.
It's everyone's fun thing to do in a day. Yeah.
Does Regal
so-
see you playing with your dog
Wow.
whistle?
Head off to your rooms or pull up your bed in the stable. Peter added his dog whistle. Whoever asked can add their 2 healers kits and the map
Thank
to your
you.
inventories. As you each find your rooms and head off to sleep. In
By the way,
morning,
I heard
find
you, Brandon,
yourselves-
saying the dog was my only friend.
He's just made, that's not fair. He's just made new friends. Mean Brandon.
Yeah. Uh-oh, somebody got lost. What just happened?
Just pictures. People turn their cameras off.
It's me. My computer froze, so I switched to my phone for a second.
You just threw everything off.
Oh no!
No, you stuffed up his Twitch display. Oh wait.
I don't have a 6-player screen. Can I hide one? Ah! Okay,
You've upset him now.
there. I put his other one in the waiting room.
There we go.
Rude.
Use
Now
find yourselves
everything's
at
mixed
the
up.
stacked tankard once more. Breakfast is served. It's a little less disarray. Have your breakfast. Head down. Retrieve Pim and his dog.
And his
Anyway.
dog, it's canon.
It is. I said you can't take him on a stilted above ground village. I didn't say you couldn't have him. I said it's
I would
not
argue
about
that dogs can climb stairs.
your dog can't. It's canon. I said it.
DJ described
Are
the
they-
least agile dog possible.
Are they stairs or are they rope ladders?
Did you say rape ladders or rope ladders?
Rope.
Okay, accent. Wow.
So, you begin to travel north. Kordak and the bugbears kind of drifting out to the sides, to the front, as Rennie, Lady Lilios, and the rest of you kind of travel down the
God,
path,
it's hot in here.
making your way north.
Oh, we're
Yes,
traveling
it
now?
switches back to the map. Unless there was more you wanted to do.
Look at this great flute that I made, but it doesn't make any noise. I don't understand it. And I blow in it, and Sir howls.
Adam walks over and grabs this whistle. Well, he's going to try and just grab the whistle off you. I guess you can resist.
Yeah, I'm gonna resist.
Okay.
That's what I thought a dog whistle.
Do I roll strength or dex, Belvy?
I
Ah,
don't know.
you got it. I got an 11. Just
Okay,
say you
Peter
got
rolled,
it.
so I guess you can roll.
Okay, I also got an 11, so who wins that?
Ty goes to the
Oh.
defender.
Yeah! Take
It'll
that!
Try and grab it off you and you'll snatch your hand away and he'll just look at you. He'll just shake his head and then walk away.
Now I feel bad for not sharing. Sharing is caring. Wait, come back. Adam!
Regal will put a hand on your shoulder because it's okay. He'll get his own.
Oh, okay. This is broke anyways. It makes no noise. Ow!
Adam's
Just
not
gives you a
gonna
little
try
pat
again.
again. Despite just doting on Pim for a little bit and humoring him with his whistle or his flute, Regal will have to keep an eye out as we make our way with the guide.
I'm gonna stick close to Adam, just based on what the and the others said, just in case. Just in case.
Okay.
I'll point him if I need something.
You will travel for about 2 days. Your second evening, you'll find yourself at this little patch kind of here. In the morning, the crew from Crenad will part ways, and the rest of the journey is yours. If there's any other roleplay you would like to do in getting there, or that night before you part ways with the group, and there's just the 6 of you. Anything else?
Were you including the dog when you said 6?
That's what I was
No, it's
wondering.
including Rennie.
Okay.
Oh. Here I got excited.
I was like, who's number 6? Okay.
I was doing the same thing. I was counting.
It's okay, Peter. I will include your dog in the fireball.
There you go.
Hey, this isn't a summoned pet. Don't kill my doggy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's up to you to keep it safe.
Oh god, Peter, you know what Belvadere's like with horses. What's he going to be like with a dog?
Gosh.
Just the absolute renowned horse murderer.
It wasn't me, it was the Wyverns.
And the orcs and the kobolds and
The Grey Hawks.
Do I
yeah.
have
I
stone
forgot.
skin yet?
I forgot about the kobolds. Cool. Well, if there's nothing else you want to do, then come morning, the bugbear host, the host of Grenade, parts separating ways. They turn west off the trail, heading towards the swamps at the base of the Sorrowheed waters. You continue your trail north towards the bridge. Anything else you would like to do? Somebody navigating with Rennie, somebody keeping watch, somebody doing anything else.
I'll handle navigation. That seemed to be the role I was given.
I'll keep watch on
Go,
first
keep an eye
watch.
out.
Me and Regal are teaming up on first watch. Is that what he said?
Just keeping it, yeah, sure.
Walking.
I'm so excited I get to hang out with my bestest friend Regal. And sir, let's
Perception
not
check
forget
for
sir.
those that are watching.
12.
You
Oh,
have
wait,
the
I
map
get
and you're
that.
on the trail at this point, so I will give you your navigation without issue. Travis Whiffham.
Oh no. The secrets.
Okay, that is nat 20 or 24. Perception.
Mine was an 18 after bonus.
Perfect. And the rest of you, anything else? The other two of you, I guess, would like to be doing?
Adam will just continue to follow the others. Some told otherwise.
So,
Yeah.
you wander and wander and wander some more. You eventually make way to the bridge. As you continue across the bridge, Rennie kind of pauses. This is where you part way with the road and begin to travel now east along the river towards the great northern woods that are the Vermalock. As you continue along, there's a marsh area off the trail now that you begin to travel through. The two of you that are watching, you do see a number of creatures within. Small fish, large catfish that barely fit below the surface, if at all, as they shift between pools. You hear the croaking of large bullfrogs off in the distance as your footprints squelch through the mud. They stop. But sure enough, you see strange bits of blue and green and black. Large eyes, strange faces watching you as you move forward.
So I just rolled a. So I would personally think that attacking these strange eyes would be a very bad idea. So I rolled to see what Adam would do, and he rolled a natural 2, which I figure fits with him being an idiot. He's going to throw an Eldritch Blast at one of these sets of eyes.
Sounds good. Let us
They're bullfrogs, aren't they?
flip you all here. You can put yourself on the map and draw initiative.
Ah.
I'm sorry. Hashtag not really
No.
sorry.
I know you're not.
Wait,
What's
sorry.
Yeah, no, I suppose not. Where are we putting ourselves?
Oh, there you
If
go.
you would like.
Down there.
We're going to pile down here, so.
Ah.
That's
Ooh,
that's on
more
you.
like it. I got 21 initiative.
Chet.
Mario, it's not just you.
What do you mean
I
it's
can't
not just me?
I can't get my token to work here either.
Yes! Woohoo!
You dragged your own on?
I'm trying to. It won't. It just drag. It's just like doing a click and highlight. It won't put me there. It's. I don't know why I have
Are you
this
dragging
issue.
from the picture or are you dragging from the words?
From the picture.
You drag from
Yeah,
the
you want to
words.
drag from the words.
Ah, that worked. No information there, but that worked. Cool. That makes sense.
So Adam
Okay.
got a 21.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oops. Didn't mean to do that twice. Sorry.
Gonna roll on here just to get myself on there.
I was wondering, could you miss me?
Am I there? I'm not there either.
Six.
Yeah.
He said, Belvadere at me.
All you gotta do is select a token and click initiative, man.
Yeah, Brandon
Those are
was
giant
distracting me.
bullfrogs.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Do I get to roll to hit on that attack I did?
you sure do.
Oh, nat 20.
Okay.
Nice.
Right between
What?
the eyes.
Oh, did I have disadvantage or was that a straight roll?
Straight roll.
Okay. Are we doing max damage plus roll, or is it like is that the crit rolls we're
Nope,
doing?
we agreed to max on the weapon die at 0.
Well, that's fine. That works out as the same
Yeah,
thing.
so it'll just be double your roll.
Oh, just double the roll. Okay.
Like, no, you rolled twice, right?
Oh, you broke up.
Well, it ended up double the roll because I rolled the same thing twice. So that is 12 points of force damage.
To the one nearby you.
I would assume so. It makes sense to attack the one closest by. Not the most effective crit I'll ever do, but it's something.
Excellent. Anything else you would like to do as this great frog begins to pull himself up out of the murk?
No. I guess we're counting that as my turn, so that's fine. That will do.
All right. Yeah, they were going to pounce you anyway, so
Gotcha.
whether I led the attack or you led the attack. Pip, that brings us to you.
Okay. Fantastic. Let's see. I will roll to hit 8.
Always
Not
hits.
it.
What?
How
He's
can it
cheating,
not
Peter.
hit a frog? It's a big
He's-
frog.
He's obviously cheating.
Yes, 'cause
Obviously.
You're a little guy, and I don't even know what you're rolling to hit, so maybe you missed. Maybe it just.
I rolled a
bounced off his
2
flabby-
plus 6 for
Yeah,
fireball.
but you didn't tell me what you're for a fireball. Oh, yeah, it just fizzles into the water in front of him as he croaks back to you. Anything else for Tim?
Yeah, I will command Sir to get behind everybody. And I will. Because I don't want him involved.
Thought you were riding him.
I jumped
Hmm.
off.
All right,
Is that an action?
half of his movement. I believe.
Take your time.
Shut up, man! I thought I had a dog set up here.
You have to
Can I
read
bet that
about mounted
dog?
combat before you get into it.
But I got a pretty token. I'll just show it in chat.
Just drag a second you onto the field and use your rollable token.
Oh, it has a rollable token. I see.
It does. So I'm a good DM.
Yes, you are.
Anything else for him?
Okay, he moves back there, and that's it.
Right into the mouth of another frog.
No!
One hiding right there.
Yeah, there's a whole.
You're giving the DM ideas. Stop.
It's okay. You would have zoomed out, you would have seen that he put it closer to the other frog.
Yep.
Long before you had
What?
to tell him.
Oh,
There's one
crap!
up top.
Rego, it is your go.
All right. I think the first thing he will do is if he spotted the frog and then the Eldritch Blast went past him and hit the frog, he will turn to Adam and goes, "I love your enthusiasm," and he's going to run forward. Is the frog in the water? Is it like coming? Is it like
You're in like swamp area? I described him like
right?
shaming himself up out of the mud.
Right.
Yeah, but
So
I
is
thought they were itty bitty frogs.
No, I've seen these before. They're not itty bitty rocks. Is it like difficult terrain if I go closer to it? Like it's marshy, right? So is it like no?
You should be able to pick your way through
Right.
without too much of an issue.
Too much trouble. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he will. Again, more nimble than you'd expect a hobgoblin of his size to be. He will dash forward, so cunning action. So he'll dash forward, and he will, in that same movement, he'll pull out a rapier and like try and stab it in the eye.
Okay.
That is math. 22 to hit. For 15 damage. Or piercing, I think, yeah.
Okay. So you have sneak attack how?
He's a swashbuckler, so he gets it when he's
Well, it's just him. Now I
1v1.
understand. Thank you.
yeah. And with that kind of like stab, he, in the save movement, he like pivots away, and he will just go back and stand in front of him. It lets him when he hits someone, he can just without opportunity to take into
Disengage. Yep.
disengage, and he flourishes it, and stands ready, and that's his turn.
All right. Duncan, that brings us to you.
It does. Well, I guess there's only. Oh, that's. Sorry. All right, I'll turn into a beast. I'll look at it and I will first kind of stretch, and then I'll just jump out towards the creature and turn into a moorbounder.
There's two druids in the party?
We have two
druids
druids in the party.
So if you right click on your token,
Right-click.
choose your side.
Oh, there's so many options. That's what uses for nice scale. There we go. And I will go ahead and I will claw at this big toad. Bonus action shift. And regular action to attack.
That's a dire wolf.
Yeah, apparently he doesn't have. I gotta update his token.
Yeah, I think for some reason I got your dog. It's one of the spots, so I think you got switched out. And
No,
I came very
had-
close to just turning into your dog.
I only had half of them.
Oh, okay,
Half
gotcha.
of them updated, and then I did the other half, but I must have switched your token.
No, you're fine. I turned into a weird one. Does a 21 hit, I assume?
It does.
Alrighty. And I'm going to claw so much. 15 points of damage.
15. With 15, Duncan. Get our first kill of the game.
You.
I will put a weird howl / roar, and then I'll, I guess, use the rest of my movement since that one's down. end my movement there, closer to the frog.
All right. So you watch as this frog, kind of seeing you stalk towards it, shifts itself up out of the mud with a little hop and then a big hop and lands right in front of you. Does a 13 hit?
It does. Oh wait,
Excellent.
actually, wait, does it? It does not.
All right.
It's not. AC 16.
That's it. It's my go. Alari, that brings us to you.
Oh, I don't think there's much I can do. It's
On a
just
side
not,
note. Go ahead.
just not quite close enough.
You can move.
Yeah, but I can't get all the way. I
You
can
could
get to
dash.
there. But I still couldn't do anything.
Not with that attitude.
Throw your axe like you did before.
Yeah, you're very good at your axe throwing.
Everybody down.
Um,
Can you jab
Do
ones?
have the option to dash, if only to give him flanking.
I do have the option to dash for my action. What is your flanking rules? Sorry, we probably did cover this, but...
You have to be the opposite.
Like a line
10,
cross.
15, 20,
Opposite side.
25. Yeah.
The six of check.
There you go.
Anything else?
That is it.
Right. Brings us back to Adam.
Okay. Adam. I mean, can Adam see this thing through all the trees and such? Do I need to get,
Yeah,
move
you're in
around?
like a swamp. You can see it.
Okay, he's just gonna stand exactly where he is and fire another Eldritch Blast at it. But I'm going to assume that a 12 misses.
A 12 will hit.
Ooh, excellent. And there you go. Without a crit, I've done the same damage as I did with one. 12 damage. And that will be all he does.
If that is it for Adam, that'll bring us back to Pim.
Hmm. Well, I was thinking about turning into a giant frog, but that would be kind of stupid.
We could just attack you then.
Yeah. Pim is gonna wild shape into a bloodhawk.
You turn into birds?
No, he can't.
Oh no, I can't do that yet, can I?
He can turn into an emu or something. It's not a flying bird.
Okay. He will turn into. He's not going to turn into anything because Belvadere didn't upload my other stuff yet. Or if he did, it's not assigned yet. So I will blast away with my firebolt. 19 to hit. For a whopping 4 points of damage. You're muted, Belvedere.
4 points as a black mark sears on the frog.
Those frogs are so neat looking. I wonder if I could turn into a frog. Or that big ugly dog looking thing that Duncan became.
If Rhaegal is back, that'll bring us to him.
He smiles at you, Pim. He just without missing a beat, he will dash over and stand next to a weird looking friend. And he's going to attempt to yet again jab the toad. get the flank as well, technically? Or would I need to like move
Where are you dashing to?
He's there.
right here? Yeah, I'm there. Do I need to like move over?
Does
I
not
can-
give you flanking, no. You can get flanking over here.
Ah, cool. I'll do that. Enough movement speed. Yeah. So. Oh. Great. 18 to hit.
Yep.
14. Piercing. He jabs it in the back.
All right.
You pivot. Away. Behind. Belvadere, sorry. I think
Oh,
Ruby's
yeah.
going to be a nickname.
Hide behind the woman. I see how you are.
The child.
Yeah, the child
I'm-
woman.
I'm like half your size. You're not hiding behind me.
Behind anyone. It's.
Need something.
No, I
to
don't think you'll
protect
move actually. There's no point moving.
No, you can move.
No, it's not because you guys shame me. It doesn't make sense. Like he thinks about it, but he's like, he wants to be in the thick of it. Yeah.
Duncan's on
Shame,
fire
shame,
and just
shame,
starts to room himself for his turn now.
I'm covered in talk in toad stuff. I'm not sure if I'm grooming that off yet. We're gonna claw it.
All right.
Gonna get another kill.
Go drunken!
Drunken. He's sober at this part of the journey. It's early.
Still a good name though.
It is a good day. All right. It's a let. Oh wait. Do I have advantage?
You do.
Okay. Okay. Then I'll roll that again. Does 11 hit?
11 does hit, yes.
Okay,
yes,
great.
it does.
Oh wow!
I was like, it is a toad. Maybe I hit anyway.
I was tempted to just say no.
All right. All right. Ooh, that's a great roll. 17 points of damage.
I can get our second kill of the game.
Ooh. Thanks,
Drunk,
Mercer.
drunken the finisher, apparently.
Alrighty. I'm just gonna growl at the dead body for a second, and then just walk around, pacing, make sure there's nothing else.
Yeah, it seems at this moment anything that was eyeing you up as potential food sources, at least those within sight have learned better of it.
I think Regal, after seeing Duncan finish, looked for the toad. He goes, I'm not sure if you understand me, but well struck.
Duncan will just kind of bow.
Him is going to go over and visually examine the dead frog there. Say, okay, so that he's got the big eyes, he's got the ribbit legs, he's got the opens the mouth, looks at the tongue, and he's basically memorizing how to turn into one.
Ooh, I think you can do that in like 2 more levels.
There. Well, I don't know what level this is. So.
The CR1.
Oh, okay. Is it called a giant frog so I can add it to my list of
No,
things I've
it's
seen?
called an old croaker.
But it
It's
looks
called
like a frog,
Wildemount.
so can I turn into a frog? So I'm basically adding it to the list of things I've seen. It's like
Yeah, I don't know what CR giant frog is, I'm not sure.
I believe it's also a 1, but they have a swim speed, and I'm not sure. I don't think we can do swim speeds until like level 6 or something, maybe.
Well, so does this one, so like, yeah, it'll be a few levels. But you can study away.
Study. Animal scene.
Are we almost done? I've just got to get to work soon.
Yeah, we go till 11, so.
Oh, okay.
15 minutes.
I think Regal might like to take a memento, even if it wasn't his kill, technically.
Is Duncan still a
ma-
dog?
Is he still point?
Yeah.
Warbind.
It's a weird creature. Yeah, it's a moorbounder. It's a panther with tusk. I put a picture of it in the Discord
Yeah, it's more
page.
akin to the predecessors of saber-toothed tigers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I found it in the Wildemount book, and I was like, ooh, can I?
Both of them, yeah. The Old Croaker and the Moorbender, both from Explorer's Guides Wildemount.
But yeah, he'll just stay that way for the remainder of his hour, unless someone needs something specific from him, just in case.
Adam would be, in that case, extremely cautious, not really understanding what's going on, and he would try and stay as far away from this creature as he could.
Oh yeah, so maybe take an eye or sample of skin. If Illyri's still there, standing there, he goes, I know you didn't get to do much, but the enthusiasm was there. You get there. He gives like a little encouraging pat.
I helped, I helped.
You did. Next time I'll give you a hand to speed you along.
Oh, thank you.
So, he gives her a winning smile, and he'll take his. Not sure if that offset his winning smile popping out the eyeball of the toad. From turning around.
Ew. That's gross.
Well, that's the price we pay, I suppose, for attention. Bit of pickiness, you could say.
Tim comes over and says, "You're not going to eat that, are you?"
This is for sir. He's got a smile.
He doesn't eat eyeballs. That's disgusting. Ooh. He starts.
All right, more for me. Like he pretends to eat it. Like more for me.
Okay, that's it. Tim just blew chunks.
Oh dear.
Let's take a medicine check. Unless there's something else you got for it right now.
Oh, good. It's not.
you can
Probably it's not for you.
butcher
For
a
killing
giant
chunks.
frog.
It's good because I rolled in that one.
Yeah, could do medicine. Could it be argued it could be a sleight of hand? 'Cause it's more like it's kind of like trying to jimmy his his dagger and trying to like pop out the eyeball, but very delicately, very like. It's okay. I'm fine rolling medicine.
It's like art to watch.
Yeah.
It's like a
No,
performance.
I think sleight of hand is fine. You have probably done this before, if not with giant frogs, then something similar.
Okay. I think it would have been fine either way, but 6, 17, so that's going to be 22. 23.
Yeah, easy enough to carve up these frogs or whatever you need.
Yeah, I think he would just tease him a little bit more about eating the eyeballs. And then he would mimic kind of like licking like the slime off him.
Oh, Sir, he ate an eyeball. Sir just kind of wags his big slimy tongue out his mouth.
If you've only eaten one eyeball, Adam at this point is going to walk over.
Uh-oh.
He's going to look over and just sort of put his hand out and raise his eyebrows as if to ask if he could try one.
He just nods to the remaining eye on the toe. So.
Adam, I guess Adam watched it, so he's going to try and pull it out himself.
So, question. Does Adam think he actually ate the eyeball?
Yes.
Oh, man.
So Adam rolled a 14 to remove the eyeball.
Okay.
He pulls it out and he just chucks it in his mouth and munches down to see what it's like.
How does it feel when he bites into that thing?
I mean, I'm going to
yeah.
assume it's like an explosion of juice.
It's probably the
Yeah.
size of your head, so you definitely aren't like
It's like a gumbo.
eating the whole thing. It'd be like a
Okay.
bite.
Fair. So he takes a big bite out of it. Oh God, that
You
sounds
see
so
him like
it's like an
gnawing, and the eyeball like pulses towards each of you because it
Tim is
takes a
really
minute
getting
to be able to
sick now.
chew through it. And then
Alright,
eventually, you just watch as all this juice sprays back in his
Oh.
face and all down his shirt.
He's getting sick now.
He doesn't react.
Say.
He doesn't react in any way to this. It just seems kind of normal.
It's a delicacy, yeah. It's very cold and refreshing, but otherwise,
He contemplates that maybe you better cook them some way, but he would just he would have like 5 or 6 bites, then hold it up to offer it to anyone if anyone else wants to bite.
I think Regal's equally horrified and impressed at the same time.
Does Regal show that he didn't actually eat the eye?
No. No. He just make sure everyone else is okay, like from the spectacle.
Adam probably then gets full after eating about a quarter of it, and then just places it back in the eye socket in case anyone wants to grab it later.
A deflated eyeball.
I'm gonna walk over as the more
Oh
pounder,
no!
and then just kind of just kind of
Adam backs off fast.
Oh
kinda
my gosh!
tongue out and just get the rest of it out. Just kind of.
Oh. Okay, I gotta
Something so
go
innocent
puke.
has escalated. So.
Peter has so much regret.
I don't believe that Peter's never eaten frog before.
Maybe not by the
I have
eyeball
not.
though.
I have not eaten frog legs.
I don't believe that Peter's never eaten eyeballs before.
I
Oh, he's hesitating.
The hesitation.
no, I haven't.
All right.
Not animal eyeballs.
Oh, there we go. What? You're going to say
Infinitely worse.
I was about to say
Potatoes
prawn.
have eyes.
I was like, Google
Gotcha.
eyes. This is a little plastic.
Potatoes have eyes.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Sure.
candy
I'll
eyes.
cut them out.
Eventually.
I mean, in recent
Why?
years,
That's-
it was
That's where all the
right in the eye
flavor
of the
is.
storm. But about that hurricane, Peter, you were really right in the middle of the eye of that storm.
Yeah, I was
That
in the
count?
middle of an eye
Yeah.
twice last year.
Leary is visibly a completely different shade of green.
This is your fault, Razzie. You did this.
It's supposed to be innocent. He will make sure she's okay. Like he'll kneel down and goes, "Are you alright? I actually didn't eat it. If that helps."
Yeah, that was just very icky. The way it. Ew.
Yeah, like a
Ew.
ripe grapefruit. Yeah, let's not think about it. He kind of turns her away from from the spectacle. Covers her eyes.
Sir, I don't feel so good. I think I heard one pop.
Eventually.
He'll cover his eyes as well.
Making away from the frogs and continuing on your journey with more caution, staying close together, eyes peeled. We will pick it back up, not tonight, but on your second night of travel alone.
Son of a gun.